All right, I'm here with iS.Axslav, Nick. I don't know how to pronounce your last name. Ranish.
Yeah.
Okay. He's in the championship bracket.
Yep.
Who have you played?
So, first round I just played some relatively unknown guy. Second round I played against Og. He's a fairly well-known Protoss from Quandic. And that match was a little tough, but I got through it. And then third round I played against Siphon, who's a pretty known NA player, but I think he's better than a lot of people give him credit for. And in fact, he actually had a pretty big upset against Hapro right before that. So that was pretty nice. And in round 4 I went up against Idra, my former teammate. And then round 5 I went up against JYP, another of my former teammates. I lost to him. And then in loser bracket I just beat Ostoji.
So how did the games with Idra and JYP go?
Versus Idra, it was kind of, I think he was a little bit frustrated. He had just lost to Daisuke in a WCS, and I know he didn't get that much sleep last night, and so he's a little bit off his game. Like
No. I don't want you to I already talked to Idra, and I don't want you to make excuses for other people.
Right.
Let's not be so humble here. iS.Axslav, you beat him, right?
Yeah, no, I definitely beat him.
How did you beat him?
So one game, I delayed his hatcheries with lava pylons, and I opened a greedy gate first, and I killed his Zerg with 3 Zealots. And normally if a Zerg loses a base to 3 Zealots, that's kind of bad. So I was just way ahead, and I just pounded him with. It went longer, but I was just so far ahead. Stalker, Colossi, A move, standard Protoss. Game 2, I knew okay, he gets frustrated against rushes, so I went for an 8 gate, but he was all over that. He had roaches, and he just stopped my 8 gate. Then I was pretty far behind, tried to take a third, but he overran it with roaches. So that one, I was like, that didn't work so well. So game 3, I was like, all right, this game, I know one of his weaknesses is late game. He often just really screws up his control late game. That's his weakest spot is late game control. So I just turtled forever. And then I knew I wouldn't have frustrated him because that's when he's weakest and makes mistakes. So I just got a whole bunch of I killed off all my probes and stalkers and replaced them all with void rays.
Oh my god!
And
got to that point in late game?
Yeah, it was a split map on Metropolis. So we worked on 5 base. No one could take the middle ones. And I was going 6 Stargate, fully upgraded void rays. I just run in, kills hatchery, then he'd fungal and he'd be happy because he thought he could kill 30 void rays with chain fungals, and I just recalled them. And just did that a couple of times. He got frustrated and charged his army out. But since he was frustrated when he charged his army out, his infestors, he just sent him way ahead. So I did feedbacks on all his infestors. And then,
That's pretty interesting, the Void Ray attack and then recall.
Yeah, it's really strong late game. Because, fungal's the counter to Void Rays, but you just let him use 3 fungals, and then you recall and only loses shields.
That's pretty smart. I didn't think maybe I'll do that on ladder.
Yeah, if you can get split map. It's obviously, getting...
I play every game for split map, though.
That's the way to do it, yeah. Just make a cannonball called the Magil line. You can even spell Magil line in cannons if you want.
Yeah, the cannon... Man, you know your history. Well, that's pretty good.
No, I used to study
Magil line was bad, though. You just went around it and killed them.
Yeah, well, that's why you got to make a better one. Yeah. So, if you had sensor towers, that would let you detect it, but, make the hybrid race. Then it'd be unstoppable.
Well, cannon lines will be pretty good with the new units, right?
Oh, yeah.
22 range unit?
Yeah, so the idea that the harder swarm, my idea is, since it has 22 range, and the highest range in the game besides that is a Sea Chank, which is 13, that means you can make 9 rows of cannons in front of it, and can still shoot everything and shoot the front cannon. So, what's going to fuck with 9 rows of cannons in a Tempest, right? So, and you just progressively move cannons up. And they can't cancel them because the Tempest is going to kill them. You just got to have a lot of observers too, because the 22 range is only good if you have spotters, right?
Well, you can use the Oracle to give vision of their buildings.
Oh, really? It has a scan or something, or
no? It infests one of their buildings, and you just have vision of it.
That's sick.
Yeah,
so you can
pretty good combo.
Floating barracks, they're floating their barracks around. You just take it, and they're flying around their army. They don't even know what's killing them.
Well, it gives vision of the building and then what it's making.
Yeah. Oh, what it's making. Okay, that's good. That shit's pretty nifty.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Because Protoss needs more scouting.
Oh, yeah, observers are kind of bad, I guess. You're only invisible and flying. Don't worry about that.
So, you don't know who you're playing next?
No, they're going to reseed the bracket going into the championship bracket. It'll be one of, there's 7 other players like me who made it through the losers bracket or the open bracket. It'll be one of those 7. I think Crazy Moving right now is playing against some other Korean... Select, yeah. So I don't want to play either one of those. Hopefully I'll get a Protoss.
Like PvP?
Yeah, it's my best matchup. Even versus JYP, I should have won both the games. I got way ahead, and then I just did a really dumb mistake to throw it away. So PvP is my best matchup by far.
JYP was in groups, right?
Yeah, when he beat me, the winner between me and him would get into groups. So he got into groups, but I think he actually got last in his group. So maybe if I win my next match, potentially I could.
Yeah, like getting the groups is like so brutal because you get there.
Yeah.
It's like that Bruce Lee movie where he like keeps going up the temple fighting like harder people, and then he finally gets to the top and it's this like 7-foot black dude. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like
maybe Temple of Doom, I think.
Yeah. It's like that. Like he finally gets through the open bracket. He gets there and it's just like Stefano and whoever waiting in groups like and haven't played all day. They're just like chilling and
drinking their lemonade and sitting back.
And then they're just like, oh, okay, I play this other guy. So, So what are your goals? Where do you want to be?
I mean, my goal is to like make the money. I was really coming into this. I was really more focused on WCS because there's a lot of prize money in WCS.
And how did you do in WCS?
Oh, I went 0-2. I lost to Suppy. I lost to Suppy in round 1. He's actually a very good Zerg. But in the loser bracket, I lost to like some mid-master.
Do you know what Suppy stands for?
No.
Oh boy, it stands for Superior Wolf.
Oh yeah. Actually, that's the name he uses on Team Liquid.
You lost to someone whose ID is Superior Wolf.
Yeah, well. That wasn't as bad as losing to a mid-master the next round.
Well, how did you lose to a mid-master?
I was just like, first game, he baiting busted me, and I just didn't see it coming. Second game, I had my Zealot mispositioned on the wall, and he got by 20 speedings. Like, he was only on, he just made 20 speedings early, like some people do. And he killed my main. Then I won anyway, because he's mid-master. He just wasn't very good. And then game 3 was like, just like a 25-minute, like, horror of a game. Like, it was on Daybreak. He was going to mute his Zerging, but not too well, so his tech was slow. And but I just consistently misplaced my guys blocking the wall. So it was 20 minutes of him running Zergings and killing 30 probes, but then it would be equal because his macro wasn't that good. And so it went on for 25 minutes, but eventually I lost and it was just kind of
shoot yourself.
Yeah, I did. Machine had a similar fate as me, so we both went out and just went to a bar, had a few drinks, and consoled ourselves.
You did okay today.
Yeah.
You didn't get that drunk then.
No, just a few, just take the edge off, But you had to do something to take your mind off losing to mid, and especially because that was the money tournament, right? I was looking at that, and I consider myself one of the top, several players in the United States. I was for sure I get at least top 8 or something, and get $1,000, and it's rent for 2 months, right? But lose to mid-master, and even in MLG, I'm beating people who are better than anyone in. Or not anyone, but they're as good as the very best people in WCS. But unless I win,
you beat Idra and he was 4th.
Yeah, exactly. And Astoji, even though he didn't do well in WCS, I think he's probably second best Zerg in America, right behind Sheth right now.
Yeah, I mean Sheth didn't make top 16 either.
Yeah, so there was a lot of upsets.
Tyler
in WCS. The WCS was and Tyler was probably surprised to some people because he hasn't been doing quite as well lately. Whereas people like Sheth, Illusion, Idra, the huge names everyone expected to be in top 3, none of them made top 3. So. At least that consoles me that most other people who, consider themselves the top American players didn't do as well either. But yeah, so MLG, if I can make up some of the money I lost from not dominating WCS, that'd be nice.
And what are your plans for the future? What tournaments are you going to?
Well, next week there's a tournament called the Gigabyte Esports something.
In Southern California.
Yeah, it's just right here. So I think that's a 24-person invitational, and there's only 6 or 7 Koreans, so that should be a lot easier than MLG's IPLs, things like that. And hopefully, I'm actually going to be staying at a friend's place down here for the next few days, and I'll try to train up really hard and get into good shape for that, so I can kind of wipe WCS out my memory.
Yeah, WCS crazy stuff happens.
Yeah, I mean the great thing is my teammate did really well. He's I don't think he's finished playing out yet, but he's guaranteed top 3. He made all the way to winter bracket finals and lost to Vibe, and now I think he's playing Daisuke right now.
Oh wow.
So he's
What's ID?
Well. Insure.
Oh right, yeah. So not a lot of people know that guy, but they will after this, I guess.
Oh yeah, this is his like breakout tournament. I mean, he didn't.
I don't even know what race he plays. What race does he play?
He's Protoss,
okay.
And he actually some people he was getting some reputation before that because he carried us through the IPL. Like the IPL team ran qualifiers. There was like 3 Korean teams. There was like Dignitas and like a lot of really well-known teams. And in the first qualifier, we just plowed through and killed everyone. And it was just off of him. He kept like just taking names and slaying nerds.
Nice. Well, you know, I like your approach to stuff. Yeah, it's you have an interesting way of looking at it. I can't wait to see your Canon Tempest strategy.
Oh, it's going to be the revolutionary PV anything build.
Nice. All right. Well, good luck against whoever you face, and you know, hopefully, I won't have time to interview you because you're going to be playing all those championship bracket matches.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be busy for next 2 days.
Got any shout-outs?
Oh yeah, I have to give a big shout out to my team. They're a great team for supporting me, and all great sponsors. Steel Series, Emotion, GG Well Played, Science Works, and Deviant and then also Twisted Oak Studios has been helping me out. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's iS.Axslav, and then my stream is twitch.tv/Axslav.
They keep mispronouncing that. They keep saying is.Axslav.
Yeah, that's what they do with all of our.
You guys gotta fix that. Gotta be like, it's IS, man.
So it stands for something, not the word is. It'd be kind of a weak team name.
Yeah, like they don't go. It's not MVP. You know what I mean?
Or Idra.
Yeah, it's not Idra. Right. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for the interview.